So today I am here with Todd Clouser. I'm super excited because Todd is here for the second Resonancias Jazz Festival, and I saw him jam it out last night. It was so much fun. Thanks so much for being here, Todd.
No, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an honor. It's a total pleasure. So Todd is a guitarist, a songwriter, a composer, a performer, based in Mexico City.
Yep, that's the truth.
That's the truth. Also, you do some spoken word with your music as well.
Yeah, it's kind of a big mix of everything that I love in music and that I listen to. Originally, kind of this band, at least Love Electric, sprouted out of jazz world, but really kind of as a rock band at heart. A lot of psyche rock in there, some poetry. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was just saying last night at the show, I was feeling like I need to do like some air guitar. That was definitely part of like the rock and roll heart too of that. So you are based out of Mexico City, but you are originally from Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
And had played music in Minneapolis.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your roots.
Yeah, I was born in Kansas City. My family's often there between Kansas City and St. Louis. Eventually moved up to Minneapolis, went to high school in Minneapolis. Hung around there, always loved playing music, played music with my brother, was a drummer from being a teenager. We started playing out, stuff like that. Eventually moved to Boston, went to music school out there, ended up back in Minneapolis, started doing all these tours around the U.S. Just a good time, fun time, wild time. And then wanted a big change and moved to Los Cabos. So really that was kind of where I kind of started to get to know Mexico. And after some years in Los Cabos, really wanted to participate in a jazz scene, more creative music scene in Mexico, so moved to Mexico City, and that's where Love Electric started. Just from there, we haven't really stopped. That was 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, when my Uber, I always say when my Uber question that I always get from all the Ubers, because I'm also from the U.S., I'm a U.S. American, is, okay, what brought you to Mexico? What inspired you to come to Mexico? So apart from, you wanted to go to Acapulco or
Los Cabos.
Or Los Cabos,
Right.
Mm-hmm. But what was it that brought you here, and not so much Los Cabos, but also what made you want to create music in Mexico City?
Yeah, I think it was just, I maybe felt stuck where I was or just kind of bored. Minneapolis is a great city, great music scene, incredible musicians. But I needed some change and kind of this wanderlust, and then kind of this idea of Mexico being an escape, or this idea where you could go and create and grow as an artist and take more risks, was something that was attractive and appealing to me. And I kind of found it. I was in Los Cabos and I was playing every night, and I feel like I was able to grow as a musician to a certain point there, just playing, performing all the time, being in this cool kind of bohemian community at that time. Now it's changed a lot what Los Cabos is now, but San Jose del Cabo was really kind of a cool artsy town back then. And then I felt like I wanted to get like really into what was happening in Mexico, creative music, and I had to be in Mexico City.
Right. Yeah, Mexico City is incredible. There's so much talent in Mexico City.
Yeah, incredible talent, a ton of places to play, and you can do my own music all the time, and again, just take risks, take chances, and be inspired in a different way than I was in Los Cabos.
Right. So talking about inspiration, what is it that inspires you, or that inspires your creative process? What are some of the things that might inspire it?
Yeah, I think it can be a lot of different things. I think just trying to get myself in kind of uncommon situations or places that I'm maybe not entirely comfortable, which is a lot of places actually. But trying to get into something where I can feel like I'm having a real human experience that can feel new, learning something. And in Mexico, that's all the time. At least for me, if you really kind of dive in here, like we've worked with communities all over Mexico and visited and played in all sorts of little different towns, from tiny little pueblos to beach towns to tourist situations, and all that kind of informs what's coming out and what we're able to observe. And if I'm trying to stay connected, or I'm thinking about writing music, thinking about creating music all the time, there's a lot to draw from if I'm still seeking out those types of experiences.
Right, like the everyday situations, or meeting different people in everyday life.
Yeah. And I just think in Mexico, there's a lot of situations that for me, because of, where I come from, the Midwest of the U.S., like, things can feel completely surreal or completely bizarre or completely beautiful.
Yeah,
there's just
absolutely.
a lot of different situations that you get put in here that are, can really kind of awake a different sense, a different emotion inside you. And those things, if you can kind of capture them and draw from them, can be great in your music or art.
Right. Yeah. Mexico. I think Mexico in general, especially Mexico City, is very sensorial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smells, colors, taste. I mean, it's coming at you from all over.
A lot of information there in Mexico.
A lot of information to process, and then bring out in your music. That we got to enjoy.
Well, that's one of the cool things that then when I got to Mexico, like there is a sound of the city. I mean, not just the sound that everybody's hearing, but like musically there becomes this sound to the city. It can feel like that sounds like a chilango band, or it sounds like and Aaron can tell you with more specificity. He's from there, but yeah, there's something to that city that kind of creates this sound that was attractive to me, and that we've kind of integrated into this band and other projects that I do.
Right. Well, great. Well, I do have one more thing I want to ask you. Okay, so when you think of your music, I want you to think of one or two words that could describe your music.
Yeah, that's always impossible. Sorry. I think maybe...
let's say the first word that comes to your mind, or maybe the first phrase that comes to your mind.
Something around seeking, maybe exploration, something like that.
Okay.
And then to elaborate.
Yeah, and then you can elaborate. That's right.
I think we're always trying in this band, and then in all the projects, and kind of what I like to do in music is just trying to do something new all the time. Trying to keep ourselves interested in the music that we're playing. With Love Electric, we've been doing this 10 years. We've played hundreds, 1,000 plus gigs together.
Right. So both in Mexico and abroad.
Yeah, a lot of international tours and stuff before the pandemic. So yeah, just trying to keep the music alive for us, keep us like really invested in it. So yeah, that's kind of that seeking, exploratory nature of the band, which is like, it's not really a jazz band, but a lot of the spirit of jazz and how we get kind of put in that world a lot of times. And then with other projects, I'm just trying to explore all the time, like writing songs, do a more kind of singer-songwriter record or something completely experimental, and just allowing that to happen. It's not always the best marketing strategy or like kind of creating a product for somebody but it's felt good. And,
yeah, well, definitely. And your music is so about feeling.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. Well, thank you so much for coming with me and with my public here at Mid-City Beat. I totally appreciate it. And welcome back to Merida. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend for sure.
Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.